Hey everybody, welcome back to Granblue Fantasy. In fact, welcome to the third bonus episode, because we got a bunch of new Fate episodes to look at. First of all, what I wanted to show off here, that's just fun detail. Our new buddy Zothba actually is in the environment here. Look, here he is sitting around and hanging out with the rest of his crew. I like that detail, but yeah, let's run off to do some missions. So,
I think you painted a different picture of the guy, Roland.
Well, he's very passionate about his work, yes.
We didn't come here to dig up treasure for someone else.
I know it's not the most direct way to get to Lyria, but it's better than nothing.
Why did it have to be Dolly Island, though? Not to mention breaking the seal on the ruins. But if we don't take that risk... I suppose Zothba knows what he's doing.
What are you mumbling about? Come on! He said he's waiting at the port!
right, yeah. Sorry everybody, it looks like we're getting a little bit of dialogue in this bonus episode. I'll have to put a little tip there for everybody to come back. Man, the game is really aggressive about being like, this is the way you go to get back to the port. Look, I know how to get there, guys. The city isn't that confusing. Oh, now they move it pretty far down there. Okay. Well, anyway, so, yeah, actually, yeah, sorry.
Hi, everyone! I bear good tidings.
Oh!
Alpha wanted to thank you for your hard work. Something about finding hot gossip and shady cats?
Wow, a free crewmate card! Thank you! Well, this made my life a lot easier, but I still, now I'm a little greedy, actually. Let's see.
High-faring work sure is something else. Enjoy your gift!
Wow, I'm gonna get a little greedy here, though, everybody. Right, so anyway, the goal of this bonus episode, of course, was...
It looks so good. Too bad it'll have to wait for another day.
Yeah. Who knows when we'll find the time to kick back and relax.
I'm sure Lyria will fall in love with this beautiful city.
It's gonna be great showing her around.
Yeah, so of course my real goal here with the Fate episode was to play just the new Fate episodes, obviously. That's the the goal of this bonus episode, excuse me, is to play the new Fate episodes. That's what I was planning on doing. But if we look at the quests real quick,
What do you say?
the reward for one of these was also a crewmate card. Hold on now, it's
Details. What do you say?
this one right here. So, yeah, what I was gonna do is I was gonna actually play this boss fight, defeat Furicane again, to get that crewmate card and get in a new crewmate so we could do their Fate episodes as well. I mean, because originally I was planning on doing all these quests on, like, the main episode. But then I decided while I was meditating this in between recording, I was like, you know, maybe I'll just do this and it'll be a little bit more efficient to get another character. And now, of course, we have a free crewmate card, so I could, in fact, pull in my new character, but now we got still an opportunity, so I could pull in 2 characters here. So I think I'm still gonna do that, honestly. I hope you folks are okay with that. In fact, why don't we do this? Let's,
Well then. So long.
let's actually do that quest right now, because then we'll have 2 characters to play with next time on the, like, in the, the rest of the quests. So let's just do this now, and then I'll pull in 2 characters, and we'll look at everybody's Fate episodes, yeah? Sound good? Alright, let's do that for this bonus episode. Yeah, I was just checking that none of these give... It's just this one that has the...
Will you accept it?
There you see it, the big,
Take this one.
big reward.
Here are the details.
What is this? Champion merit. Oh, that's, I think, for getting a new sword, right? That's kind of cool, too. But not as hype as the crewmate card. So, yeah, we're gonna get 2 new party members. That's exciting. I'm gonna have to think about the third one, then, because, like I said, like, the next one is very obvious, as I've already alluded to, but I'm being coy again and not telling you guys. But I've floated a few options for who the third party member could be, and I don't know yet. But, let's go beat up Furicane now. Let's take care of that real quick. Do that before anything else.
We're counting on you.
Hold on. No.
Good day.
No, I wanted to swap the party because the side quest now is a great time to play with. Oh, really? I have to have Djeeta. Why do I have to have Djeeta? I thought these side quests you could have somebody other than Djeeta in the party. What?
We'll do what must be done.
Well, fine. Anyway, it's time for the big guy, Vaseraga. Let's go. I'm ready. go take out Fury Cane. Ooh, I'm scared actually because this is a now normal difficulty quest. And Fury Cane wasn't an easy boss. It really was like a real capstone boss. Being a primal beast, so... We'll see how this goes. Certainly I don't exactly remember all the various patterns. I know you had to do a lot of dodging around from the various wind moves, so we'll see how this goes. Versus Fury Cane! We get like a cool little boss title. Have we been getting these all the time? I don't know, that's fun. Ooh, I forgot that we are this slow.
Good call.
I forgot that we were this slow, first of all. There we go, get a stout heart going, because that allows us to, like, tank attacks. You see there, I didn't take any damage while charging up my move. Ooh. I like his cockiness.
Come if you dare.
Ooh. Where did I get my... There we go.
Step up. I'll cut you off.
I don't remember all of his moves, unfortunately, these special moves, so... Ooh, I'm getting actually crunked here a little bit. Oop. Might have been a bad choice bringing Vaseraga into a fight in the big boss guy like this. He's good for clearing enemies, you know. Oh.
It's over. You've earned your keep.
Let's keep it
On to the next.
There we go. Oh.
Understood.
Oh, is he transforming? Or she, I guess? I can't tell. She got to phase 2 eventually.
Come if you dare.
I think we might be getting... No, we're not, because we're only like 76% damage at this point. Okay. Ah, I tried to block that. Whoop.
Italians are finished. It's over.
No. Okay. Now, what were his moves? Oh.
What do you think?
Oh, I managed to dodge that. I tried to remind myself what his various moves were. This was a big... Oh, and slows him down. Handy. I keep calling her him while she's in centaur form. I don't know why I treat centaurs as male-coded. Sorry about that. Oh.
I'm going to make this hurt so good.
And now charge up the big one. That, well, it wasn't as impressive as I hoped, but...
Come if you dare.
Make sure that's there. Ooh, Bloodthirst is up. Shrieking Squall. Oh, yeah. Oh, this is the tricky part now. Right. A lot of stuff we gotta dodge here. Including big old tornadoes. Ooh. Ooh, barely got out of that one. Ooh, I'm getting caught in the suction! Whoopsie daisy. I almost didn't see Fury Cane's track there. Here we go. Right, and got this big opening. Alright. It's like Samus, you know, actually. That's why I'm like, this the centaur, you know, big, scary, kind of masculine-looking armor, and then it's a lady, you know, that's why I'm like, oh, yeah, it's a shame. It's the old Samus trick. Oh.
I won't waste the spoon.
Ooh. I'm actually getting hit real hard here, but... One of my healers really loves some health soon. Whoop, whoa, whoop. Get out of there. Oh yeah, I remember now. She had like this like zone thing you had to play real careful.
You can't stop fear.
Oh, invincibility. Apparently, did I dodge on the right moment, or how did I get invincibility on that? Whoop, I don't know. That's interesting. Like, there's like a huge blind spot in her like giant side swings. If you know, if I'm like right there on her.
Don't get carried away.
Oh, thanks for the heal. That was really needed at that point. Whoopsie daisy, the double swing there. Oh! There we go, nice. Whoa! Ooh. Hold on, what's his big SBA? I'm gonna just use it early here, I just wanna see it.
I beseech you!
Bloody.
Bloody move!
There we go. Oh, nice, we got one in there in the mix. Good. In fact, we're gonna get another one here. Oh, we got everybody here. Nice. By the way, we just failed to beat within 4 minutes one, I think. I hit this exactly on
What else did you expect?
16 minutes, the limit break there. That would have been cool if we won there with that limit break, because the timer froze, but we couldn't do it. Let's see if I can avoid critical condition more than once. Can't make any promises, because I remember this finale of this boss fight being a little wild, but... Huh. This is actually pretty elementary. Just dodge by running to the... Oh, okay, that one got a little close now. Ow.
Didn't even know I was hurt.
Alright, yeah, Ouchie daisy.
Try and stop me.
There we go. Should really have that stout heart going, right? I have been kind of slouching on that one. Oh! Got out of it somehow. Ooh, screwed up on that. No, let's get in there. I keep screwing up with my AoEs there. Oh! Gotcha! Nice! That feels so good when you manage to pull off one of those big combos. Oh my god, look at the chunk of health we got off of her. Feels good. Oh, because our meter is massive. I don't remember how that filled up anymore with Vaseraga, but like, we're giving her all we got. Oh, we gotta do this one more time though? Okay. Out. Fair. This one's a really rough mission. How do you do this in 2 minutes, let alone 4? I'm impressed by anybody who's got such a system mastery of the gameplay to like beat this thing in 2 minutes. Or maybe it's just a matter of like grinding levels. I won't like discount that option, but like, man, it's still impressive because there's so much going on in this fight. Like, almost got her. Oh, yeah. Oh, someone got her. Nice. While I was eating a shot there in the face. That's fine. Ka-clunk. You're done. Sorry about having to do that a second time, lady. But so it goes.
That was awesome.
Treasure! Thank you. I appreciate your vote of confidence. Nimble Onslaught. We'll have to take a look at what that is. Interesting.
For me?
For me? Buddy.
No one faces me and walks away.
Damn, what a boast. I love him. Man, I'll have to talk about my weird relationship with edgelords later on, I think. And I admit that I might be using a very poor definition of edgelord, of course, because I see people be like, that character isn't even an edgelord. Like, I'm pretty sure I've called Dante an edgelord at some point from Devil May Cry frame, and I am aware that people will be like, that just shows you haven't played Devil May Cry if you think he's an edgelord. You know, I've watched the playthrough of Devil May Cry 1, and I know he at the end he's got a big sensitive sad cry moment, so, you know, I guess he's, you know... There's something about his cockiness that I find annoying about Dante, though. But I'll have to leave those thoughts for not a bonus episode. Yeah, whatever. Another crewmate card.
The market looks so good. Too bad it'll have to wait for another day.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've heard that once. Look at this giant guy coming here. Hello, I need to call in a few favors. Buddies. Okay, everybody, you know I was gonna call in Charlotta. I love this character. I've said it before. Like, it's like if Saber from Fate Stay Night was hit by whatever that curse is in Dragon Ball Daima now that turns everybody into a kid, is basically what's going on here. This is such an easy pick. Let's go. In fact, the first pick was kind of hard because I was like, Charlotta or Vaseraga, but, my perhaps uncomfortable love for Mr. Pro ZD won over in the end. But now, we're calling in the big guns. Awesome! She's got the box from her like intro in the fighting game. I love it. Not right now. I'm good. I hope there's a way to do this practice thing. Like go back to that later because I do want to give her a try. She's got 4 stars for difficulty, so that's something. Now comes the tough part. So, because there's a lot of fun-looking characters here. Well, okay, I'm gonna have to admit, this block here kind of bleeds into each other. I'm gonna guess these are lovely characters once you get to know them, but, like, here is a real, like, the pretty man with that confident smirk and well-coiffed hair in fancy armor. Well, he's not exactly in full armor vein here. Makes me almost think if I had to pick out of these 4, I'd probably go with him then, just because, kind of clicks out of there, but yeah. And this just seemed really funny, like, what? This just sounds creepy as heck. Kind of, I think, isn't she in the fighting game as well? Was she, like, secretly a creepy character? Do I remember that right? I don't know. Then we got, look at this man, a jolly old fisherman. Oh, dude. So does he, like, fight? No, I checked this. He fights with a pair of katanas. So that's right. He does not fight with a fishing rod, would have been my dream. And then we got, again, who I keep calling Harley Quinn. I don't think that's entirely correct, but anyway, I was really waffling between these two because Narmaya, I know, is like, as far as I'm aware, this is like a mega popular character on par with Charlotta, I think. I was gonna say and Vaseraga, but I think I'm the only one who's standing Vaseraga this hard. But then Ferry is also popular, I think. And we don't have an A rune on the team yet, so that'd be a nice fill-up. And also, I feel bad for, like, me talking very cluelessly, when in the first few episodes about her and comparing her to a Genshin Impact character. The worst of sins in a Granblue video. Yes, I know. I think I'm also overblowing the rivalry there a little bit, but whatever. So I'm also kind of like, I kind of want a Ferry on the team too. Also, I'm reading here that she's a ghost. That's kind of cool too. Aw, dude. But then we also have, like, Samurai Lady. So, what I often do in this situation is I roll a dice. So, this time, we're going to let the vagaries of fate decide how this goes. So, I'm going to pop open my dice set here. Give me a second, everybody. So, I've pulled out a D8, an 8-sided die. Let's say 1 through 4 is Ferry, and 5 through 8 is Narmaya. So, got the dice, gonna roll it. Come on. We'll leave it to chance, shall we? I rolled an exact 1. So, sorry Narmaya fans, you're gonna have to wait until the next crewmate card. I promise I will cash it in at that point, if we indeed get a 4th one. I wonder how many of these you get while doing the base campaign. I don't know. But, yeah, Ferry wins this time, so let's go. I love it. Let's bring her in.
Did you miss us, Captain?
Aw, she sounds so cool! No, I'll have to come back to this as well. I'd rather do this on the main episode when I'm going to be doing missions with these two, But what I do wanna... I will do this on the bonus episode. I will look up who these guys' voices are, right? That's very interesting, of course, to me. So we'll check that real quick. We'll read their bios, because this is the kind of faff that is good for a bonus episode. Charlotta! When she was young, Charlotta's life was saved by the Lumiel Order of Holy Knights. From that day on, she trained and worked herself to the bone to embody the principles of her saviors. Defying the notion that Harvins are lacking in physical prowess, she enlisted in the Lumiel Order and rose up the ranks to become its captain. Ooh, that's cool. Ah, neat. Although she possesses a calm, steadfast demeanor, she suffers from an inferiority complex over her height and seeks a way to make herself taller. Yeah, what's her likes and dislikes? I gotta know. Likes? Little Skyfarer's lunches. High places? Tall people. Dislikes? Stairs? Things on top of tall shelves. Aw, man. And she's voiced by Cristina Valenzuela, aka Christina V. That's awesome! I did not recognize her at all. That's cool. So, like, she's got a million voice roles, of course. You could go looking up a bunch of stuff, but what always comes to my brain is she is the official voice of Shantae. Very neat. Fantastic. Also, was she... Might be thinking of a different voice actor, but I gotta look this up really quickly. Who is the one who... the kind of light brown-haired girl in Love Live? The original Love Live? I want to say that's Christina Valenzuela, doing that voice, but I am not 100% sure, so I'm gonna look this up real quickly because it's gonna bother me if I can't confirm this. But anyway, very lovely to see. I've always loved it to hear Christina Valenzuela's work. I think she does a pretty damn good job. And she also sings the English version of Bad Apple in Richard E.B.'s cover of said song, and she, like, kicks ass in that role. Again, another, like, not like a lot of her roles. Yes, the character I am thinking of is, I believe it's Hanayo. No, I'm looking at the wrong one. Nope, sorry. Hanayo's cool too. God damn it, who am I thinking of? Not her. Oh yeah, Kotori Minami, because she's got like a bird thing going on. Okay. And it is Cristina Valenzuela, I remember that right, okay. So there's a quick story with this is, if you go way back, I played Final Fantasy Type 0 once upon a time, and Cristina Valenzuela voices one of the party members in that, and I threw a little bit of shade at Love Live at the time, because I don't remember if I remember the name of Love Live, but I was like, that idol show that's not as good as Idolmaster. And I'm going to have to formally apologize to all the Love Live fans out there. I'm still not a huge fan of the original Love Live, but I'm going to have to say, immediately with the next one, is it Sunshine? Is the, like, immediate sequel one? It's, like, immediately, like, a pretty good one. And then the next one, Nijigasaki, that's peak shit. I love that. I love that anime. I never watched season 2, but I watched season 1, and I was like, this is good shit. So, all Love Live fans, I'm pretty sorry about being there. At the time, I had not really... I knew Love Live as that thing that seemed to be the other idol thing, and it seemed, not as interesting. But I have to admit that I think the regular Love Lives actually probably are a little bit better than Idolmaster. Ooh, now I'm throwing shade at Idolmaster fans. Oh my god, I'm just sinking deeper in this morass. Can we just agree that they're all pretty cool? Okay. Now then, Ferry! This ethereal girl lived on an island shrouded in mist, hidden from the eyes of the world. When a lethal illness plagued her island and family, she prayed to the sky for a cure. Her prayers were answered by a primal beast who granted her immortality, but bound her to the island. Whoa, that's spooky. Is this the same illness that wrecked Io's island? Could that be? I don't know. Djeeta and the crew lifted the curse, releasing her from the chains of the past. Now Ferry travels the skies with the crew, and along for the ride are her spectral pets, which she describes as such. Oh yeah, we saw like a bunch of ghosts hanging out with her. Beppo, one skinny pup. Fuji, like a ball with two horns. Nicola, Only one horn here. Gigi, kinda rabbity, and Momo, built like a tank. And she is also voiced by Christina V. Wow, okay, damn. Doing double duty. Well done. That's what I said, I think, like, on the last episode. Like, oftentimes when there's a big cast, you'll use some of the talented voice actors who can do lots of different voices. Alright, cool. I would not have pegged that these were both voiced by the same character, so that's pretty cool. I like it. Aww, she likes her family and her younger sister. That's cute. I like that. And she dislikes scary stories, which is funny because she's a ghost.
As long as I have my pets, the sky's the limit. Long live the Lumia Order of Holy Knights!
Yeah, no, I would never have guessed that that was both Christina V kicking ass there if I hadn't read it from here. Good shit. Alright, now we're gonna be hit by one of those repeating dialogues, right?
The fruit in the market.
This game. I can't believe this is a thing in this game.
For another day.
Yeah.
Alright, let's get to the meat of things. Let's get to those Fate episodes. All of our delightful new characters to learn about. Yeah. Djeeta! Victory, as sweet as an apple. Alright. Only one now, okay? Yes, last time we had the whole story about Vern. It was more about Vern than Djeeta, because Vern was having a real crisis of, like, am I helping the team? So, you know, let's see what happens now. Seems like Vern is, once again, kind of...
Sometime after our mission in Tempil, we bumped into the old merchant in Folka.
Okay. This is a direct continuation of the Vern thing from last time, I guess.
Well, look who the cat dragged in. Thanks for handling things in Tempil. You all deserve the best.
Tempil had been roughed up by Furikin's rampage, and all of the locals were busy repairing the damage. The work we did that day had been crucial to those recovery efforts.
Out of curiosity, my young lizard friend, were you much help to your crew?
Uh-oh, he said the L word. I turned to Vern, ready for his usual furious tagline.
Yeah, we know the gag. He's not a lizard.
Thanks, Pops. You really helped me see the light.
Aww.
Huh. This was new. The old man threw an apple to Vern and they exchanged a nod. Then, without explaining this bizarre bond between them that just came out of the blue, he left. Does anyone else feel like the space-time continuum just broke? Djeeta was staring dumbfounded at the small dragon, who was already happily munching away on a tart Granny Smith. Had he matured enough to ignore his most hated of hated insults?
Character development. It's more likely than you think.
Seriously, this is just too much to believe. He called you a lizard and everything. Maybe the ship will be a little quieter from now on, huh?
I don't know. I think they're laying it on a little thick, though. Like, good job! You've grown so much.
Hold it! I ain't no lizard! And don't you say that in front of the apple. What if it hears you? Maybe he'd get there in another adventure or two.
We got a couple more of those to come up. Okay, well, it was a bit silly story, but I'll take it. And we gotta hit level 30 for the next one. That's gonna take a while, honestly. And, apparently the game thinks we are on track, though, because we've finished episode 5, but we haven't progressed through the main story, whatever the game wants. So, is the game expecting me to get 40 levels per episode? I find that a little unlikely, so can't make any promises on this front. Now, Rackam, his story was, let's check this real quick. He was helping out that one merchant who was, like, wanted to build a ship, but his, like, friends, his associates were really against it. And he seemed to, like, that story was left mid-story, I think. He was, like, planning something to help out the dude still. So, let's go see where that goes.
How many times do I gotta say it? Getting parts to fix the Nautilus out here in the boonies is next to impossible.
I've never been good with women. My words never come out quite the way I mean for them to. I thought maybe Miss Mechanic would be on board, but...
Okay, it's another one of the guy's, erstwhile companions, I see.
I probably shouldn't be doing this behind Kent's back anyway.
That's not how you pronounce meh. He's like, meh, meh. Well, I guess you can kind of, like, if you had to, like, meh, I guess it would kind of be like meh. Maybe that's where the word meh came from, but now people just say meh. Meh. Not nah.
I'm telling you, I've tried everything. Sure, I'd love to see her fly again, but it's time to... get real. Right?
Damn, this lady is really against the idea.
Hey, come on. That was against the rules. How was I supposed to keep a stern attitude against that blubbering mess?
Oh yeah, she did sound like she was breaking down a little bit at the end there, like it hurts her to say what she's saying.
When I finally got a word in edgewise, I let her know I already had the parts she needed. Picked him up here and there, across Fanta Grande and Nala Grande.
Oh.
Here, this what you need? I'll cut you a deal.
Wait, how? Where in the skies did you find these?
Caught up in her excitement, she leapt at me. Whoa, not so close, Missy. Of course, she paid me no regard. It was the parts she had her eyes on.
Some modifications here and there, I could... Yeah. Can't believe it. The dream is alive.
Hell yeah.
Yep, the dream was alive. She didn't have to say it. The look on her face was enough. All that hubbub from earlier was nowhere to be found. After forking over the payment, she happily took the spare parts off my hands. She also made sure to plant a big fat kiss on my cheek before scurrying off.
Aw, you big man.
Jeez, at least warn a guy beforehand, right? Women, I swear.
This dude's for real. I love him.
In any case, the winds were starting to blow back in their favor.
Okay, well then. I kind of wish a little bit more of these unlocked, because they've been like a lot unlocked before, but now they're kind of drip feeding us these. Ah well, it's all serialized. Now we got a stack to do with these heroes here, but let's do Vaseraga first because you know we got his story midway here. Okay. Oh yeah, no, we are gonna do this. In fact, we're gonna be doing. Oh yeah. Apparently that one's not checked yet, so we might do two things here. We might do another mission here with our Big V. Well, yeah, let's see what happens here now. Stroll through the woods.
Early in the morning, before the crew was to head out for a request, I headed to the forest surrounding Folka to conduct a test on Grinoth.
You know, I just now realized these are actually going to be the big story interactions I was hoping between these optional characters and our main characters, Quinn. Otherwise, it's just going to be limited to little like quips during the fight that I unfortunately miss very easily in all the hubbub. This is neat.
On the way, I was stopped by the sight of a young girl watering the vegetable garden by her home, the wet plants sparkling beneath the morning sun. But something felt off about the scene. In contrast to the bright garden, a dark, foul mist seemed to surround the girl.
Oh.
Upon noticing me, she scrambled back into her house. The miasma clung to her as she fled. Sorry, lass. Shouldn't have snuck up on you like that. But that odd mist looked too real to be an illusion, and yet it didn't seem to be doing any harm.
Oh, so it's not just a figure of speech.
I decided to keep an eye out. After all, Folka was bustling with the influx of refugees from Tempeel, and there was no telling what could happen in strange times such as these.
Okay, and that leads to an actual mission then, which I think we have unlocked. Yes, the woman who pines for death. Yikes. Okay. It's got a boss fight in it. Alright, let's see how this goes. You must play as Vaseraga for this quest. Sure. Oh, party customization is restricted. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. I just now realized we're probably already got these missions for Charlotta and Ferry already, like, ready to go. But I haven't had any chance to practice them, so it's gonna be a bit of a free-for-all today if I do those missions as well. We'll see how it goes. A woman who pines for death.
Grinoth ripped through the silence of the forest. As I lowered the scythe, the quiet returned. It was a perfect place for tuning the weapon. At least, it would have been had I not sensed the presence of someone watching. Whoever it was, they had yet to strike, so I assumed they were no threat. Perhaps they were one of Folka's residents. I know you're there. State your business. Turning around, I saw the familiar face of the mist-shrouded girl.
You know, I'm now realizing we are not going to get interactions, at least not with Vaseraga, because our mega lone wolf guy is just hanging out all alone here. Well, maybe later chapters. And maybe Charlotta and Ferry will be better on this front. I don't know.
That black armor. Your big scythe.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, huh?
Her expression was blank, completely devoid of the cheer she had while watering her garden. Eventually, she spoke as tears welled in her eyes.
I'm tired, Mr. Reaper. You can take me away now.
Oh no, she thinks he's actually deaf. That's not good.
The floodgates broke, a steady stream cascading down her cheeks. Mr. Reaper? What are you talking about?
I only wanted to grow those little ones. But everything I do hurts them. They all rot away. All I do is cause pain.
Oh boy.
The girl hung her head and grew silent. It was obvious she had given up on life. It was a feeling I was all too familiar with. Once you've steeled yourself for death, you start thinking there's no other way out.
That's a really dark way, but yeah, okay, cool. But that's really interesting too. Whoa.
But before I could console her, a monster appeared from the brush and leapt at the girl. I felled it in a single blow, but she gasped at the grisly sight.
Okay.
Fear appeared in her eyes. Good. If she could still fear death, then she wasn't too far gone.
Interesting.
Sorry to disappoint, but I'm no Reaper. Most I can manage is to bring you safely home. You'd rather not be monster kibble, right? Need to gather your thoughts? I get it. Life rarely gives us obvious choices.
Okay.
Keep close. Maybe it was just a trick of the light, but I saw a bit of life return to her gaze. I took a step back toward the village, ready to prove I was no Reaper of the afterlife.
But a Reaper of monsters, though. Oh, so we're leading her along?
Should be this way.
Sadly, she doesn't get a model because she's just like a little NPC. I don't know, like that she had a model in the cutscene, and like those models wander around in town. So I would have put her as a guest here if just wandering around looking pensive. Yeah, well. Anyway, dooba-dee-ba-doo, let's just get on out of this town. What if we fight the Griffin here? Because one of the side quests is to fight a Griffin, you know? What if the Griffin shows up in this story? Oh!
That didn't feel like an earthquake to me.
Oh. Let's go have a look. I just like strolling around here in the woods. Oh no!
It's blocked by a boulder.
How unfortunate.
It wasn't here before.
Let's look around.
And in this obvious giant boss arena, so obvious that I remember we fought the Quakedile here. Or is this the Quakedile? I'm pretty sure this is the Quakedile arena. Are we soloing Quakedile? Oh no, it is Quakedile! Oh, this is gonna be scary. Hold on, I didn't think about this. Because I've been really relying on my party providing me
Someone's hungry. Stand back. I'll take care of
some heals.
Try and stop me.
Oh, drawing me in, are ya? Oh, oh! Got it. Oh! Coming in. Ah, broke my guard. Ooh, it was down for a while there. Yeah, I'm like tanking his hits okay, but that's actually kind of a problem with, Okay. No, not this time.
You can't stop fear.
That's big damage. Gotta start moving these moves, yeah? Ah, you missed me, buddy. He's got a huge cooldown on his attacks, though, like that recovery there, so... Oh, gotta spit a rock there afterwards. Oh my god, did you see how I timed that? I got invincibility on that. That was sick. That's the coolest thing I've done with Vaseraga so far. Alright, let's play it cool. Well, he's got Bloodthirst. I'm not gonna, like, really aggro him unnecessarily.
This before.
Oh! Sonic time! Oh, wow. You know, I completely missed this mechanic when we fought Quakadile the first 2 times. Like he hits the rocks and, like, they send debris scattering. Whoa, that was close. Whoa! Hey, that was quick. You chilled out now, buddy? Oh, there was a big Y there to do something. I forget what that is. There we go, really set the... Right, I should be slowing him down. Like, that'll really, like, wreck his day.
Try to flee.
There's that big hit.
Battalions of fear.
I think I got this guy now. Well, I don't want to make any big claims, but, like, now I'm starting to, like, get the feel for... Oh, okay, never mind. Like, I'm probably... Ah! Mistimed that. Right, and he spits that rock there. Oh, that was so cool! I love that I get an invisibility when I do that move.
You can't stop fear.
This is going to get ugly.
Oh, I really didn't need him to do overdrive again, and bloodthirst. Okay. Because I now really got him on the ropes, but he's got me on the ropes too. I'm pretty happy with how this fight's been going, but whoa. Oh no! Why did I say that? I gotta use a revival potion? That's lame. Why did I say that like that? Now I completely bungled it there. That really stings me, because we were doing super good in this fight, but then I completely misspaced myself on that,
Come if you dare.
completely misspaced myself on that, move there, and... that is gonna bother me the rest of the evening. I'm sorry, everybody, but...
You defeated that huge beast by yourself.
Good. You're not hurt. Now, what do we do about that boulder?
I know another way back. It'll take longer, but...
Fine by me. You take the lead.
Alright, let's go. It said boss, so I imagine we don't have another one to go, but... Yeah, it would have been such a clean fight, but I screwed it up very end there. Why did I open my mouth? Why did I not think about, like, being too close to the wall, which means he'd really quickly rebound and do that roly move? Why didn't I just dodge at the right moment? I could have, like, you know, probably, if I timed it right, if I was, like, not talking and using my brain instead.
Over here.
I feel eyes on us. We're not alone.
Hold on, are we doing a second boss in this story? Wait a second now.
Zombies.
I've got them.
Okay.
You're dead.
Let's clean up one of these zombies, yeah.
I beseech you.
Oh, I think that just destroys one of them. Well, I'm pretty sick about that one zombie, so... Oh, yeah. I keep forgetting, you know, I can also charge even bigger on my big move, but honestly, it takes really long to do that, so probably safer not to do that, yeah.
That's that. Ready to go?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I really hope that was the last of that crew, then, because now I'm, like, really starting to get beat up here. We about done with this challenge now?
What is that?
Oh, shoot. That looks like some serious
Exactly like a Reaper.
Dark Souls stuff.
Guess
Garrison.
I'm no slouch with the scythe.
Ay, 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 are you for realsies? I'm gonna have to use an item to heal up here. Okay, so it's a recolor of Scarmiglio as some kind of light energy guy. Oh, ooh. Hold on, let's stay out of that, that looks like the gunk that, what's his face? The DLC guy in Dark Souls leaves on the ground. Yeah, Abyss Walker, whatever the hell. Sif's buddy. Wow, okay, now I'm no longer a fan of this mission. Like, this skeleton boss is cool, but I cannot believe we are doing another boss after the Quakedile incident, and it's a big skeleton dingus.
Try and stop me.
This guy in his slow gas. Oh wow, it's...
Into my...
Oh my god! A command grab! Let's try that one again. There we go. Why don't you try slowing down for a bit?
So they were holding out.
Ah, there's that Y prompt again. I don't remember what that mechanic is. I wish I could do it.
You don't have to answer, but just remember, once you die, that's it. Don't be so hasty to throw your life away.
Ooh, what's this move? Ooh, chucks a ball of slowdown goo. Oh, that was nowhere near close enough. Whoa. Ooh, now a mega gunt. And these skeletons! Oh, dude. Ooh, got an invincibility somehow. Perfect time on my dodge, I guess? Oh! Let's get out of that slow gunk. Oh, I like his patterns, though. You see that? He, like, sets up a move, like, behind me, which is where I obviously dodge after that move. So somehow I blocked that better with my slow there. That was kind of funny. Oh.
Good night.
That was a pretty good damage there.
You can't stop fear.
Can't stop fear? That's pretty cool. Huh. Well, I guess the game is like, hey, if you think Vaseraga's cool, you're gonna have to really work for that, because here's some crazy bros. Okay, next move actually kills me, actually, because, like, he does, like, so much damage with that move. Great.
We're going to bring the heat now.
Oh my god, these grappling skeletons suck bad. Whoa, how did I end up here? Ooh, let's back out of there. I'm gonna use an item. I got it. I don't want to get a game over on this and have to do all this again, so... Oh no, he's called in worse enemies. Dark Gyres? I was expecting these, like, you know, these story missions to be like fun little romps. I was not ready for this insanity that Vaseraga had to deal with, but oh well. You live some, you learn some. Now, I don't remember, can you buy healing potions from Zero Carte? I could probably use a few of those, yeah? Oh, stay out of there. Second one, yeah, no.
Your life is mine! Battalions of...
There we go.
The moon set!
He's almost done. In fact, he is now done! Yikes, guys. Alright.
Even if I was, it's not your time yet. Not today.
Yeah, I'm pretty glad that's the over. That's the end of that. Yeah, whoa, man. Hey, Vaseraga, how'd it go today? Nothing much. Just a stroll in the woods.
A Upon arriving at the girl's home, I was met by a shocking sight. The thriving garden I'd seen before was now gray and withered, its fruits and vegetables rotting away. How could all the life have been sucked from this place in such a short span of time? When I looked at the girl, she purposefully avoided my gaze. I decided against questioning her for the moment. Whatever's going on, I might be able to help. But we can talk about that later. You should rest.
Sounds like this is gonna be his continuing story, is figuring out this curse next, I guess.
Okay.
I suppose. Alright.
She took an unsteady step through the door of her home. As I watched her go, I felt eyes on the back of my head. But when I turned around, no one was to be found. Yeah, I doubt I imagined that. I spent a few moments scanning the perimeter, but soon found nothing of concern. I decided to call it a day.
Interesting. Yeah, we're not done with that story, definitely. Another sigil slot. Oh.
The fruit in the market looks so good.
By the way, Gerasene, if that's a Final Fantasy reference, I don't recognize that one, unfortunately. Scarmiglio, very easy call out, but that one, I'm not a hundo sure on, so you'll have to forgive me for my lack of knowledge on that front. So really quickly, why hasn't this, like, we just need to progress through the main story, apparently, and same with a lot of this crew. Very curious. I wonder what's going to happen in the main story that would basically be the deciding factor on some of these starting up. Anyway, all I know is we're going to have a deluge of these a little bit later, I think, so we'll figure it out. But now, let's learn about the one with the heart of righteousness, Charlotta! She's so cool! I love her. I say before we play as her, and I realize she's impossible to play as because of her 4-star difficulty.
I was born in a snow-laden hamlet, peopled by Harvins, small folk more accustomed to the plow than the sword. We believed the skies far too vast for us, and, as I was soon to learn, its dangers far too many. It happened when I was yet a green, callow youth. I strayed beyond our fences and into the claws of a monster. I cried for help, but all that met my voice were the howls of the wind. Abandoned even by hope, I could only give myself up to death.
Oh no!
But before the darkness took hold, I saw brilliant figures skimming the sun-kissed snow. They were the Lumiel Order of Holy Knights, come to my rescue. Oh, that there were words bright enough to reflect their flashing swords as they did battle with the beast. Or sounds tender enough to echo the kindness with which they took my hand and led me home. What can I say? But that they were as mighty and generous as the sun.
Aww.
On that fateful day, they gave me life and guidance. I learned that by shutting your eyes to danger, you only leave it free to wander in the darkness. Thus, I resolved to turn toward the light and become defender to the skies.
What a hero.
I would join Lumiel and, with my farmer's hands, bear aloft the banner of virtue. I threw all my being into training, begrudging no amount of sweat or tears. And, with the passing of days, that little girl lost in the snow grew to become the captain of the Lumiel Order of Holy Knights.
Sick! I love her. Charlotta's height woes. I'm not a super big fan of this, though. Like, I mean, it's like, it's funny, but like, come on, you gotta lay it on that thick. Especially because I'm sure there are probably some height-conscious people also in the audience, so just being like, about her being little teeny tiny. Whatever. Let's see how it goes. Her on the box in her intro. Yes, that box. That's pretty funny, though. So, in the fighting game. The dramatic camera angle, you know.
I was faced with a colossal problem. And that was my small stature. No one had ever heard of a Harvin leading a charge, what with our stout legs and poor reach.
Okay, this sounds like this is going to be actually a more serious story about the challenges of being a small-sized person. So, yeah, maybe this story's fine.
Now that I lived among drafts and humans, I would have to develop a style of combat that would turn my size, if I may so phrase it, into a matter of little importance.
Yeah.
Seeing Knowing that I worked twice as hard, despite being half as large, my compatriots grew to respect me. When I was appointed captain, their very heartstrings thrummed with joy.
Neat.
But even the brightest diamond has its flaws. Within Lumiel's proud walls, there were some that scoffed to behold a Harvan captain of their knights.
Rude.
For my part, I cared not what was said of me. However, I would not stand to have the good names of my comrades dragged through the mud. We are an august and redoubted order, and I'd rise up to that image by any means necessary.
Including this crate.
Thus began my days of height exercises,
What?
stretching devices, and miraculous concoctions.
Okay.
Not all came from reputable sources, but I took a tactical approach. If it had a chance of working, I'd try it. Days grew into weeks, which grew into months. But I grew not 1 inch.
Aw, you mean the stretching rack didn't do the trick?
Then it happened. Right as I was on the verge of losing all hope, word reached me of a distant village that had devised a height tonic. Here was the answer to all my prayers. With expectation lending a spring to my step, I slipped from my quarters and set out on my quest.
Okie dokie. Sounds delightful. Yeah, are we getting up to episode 4 by any chance? Maybe not, because the progress of the main story tick hasn't been hit. I don't know if that's on purpose. Hold on, let me quickly. Vaseraga didn't have it open, right? Yeah, no, it's not. Very curious. Well, let's hear. Well, we'll see if that maybe auto-ticks now. I'd be really shocked if it takes that long to get to episode 3 with her. But yeah, let's see when a new road opens. Let's see how this height tonic adventure goes. Is that how you get her in the party in the mobile game? Like, you just find her on this quest for a height tonic? That seems so... I don't know. Would have liked something grander for her, but whatever. Hey, it's the crew! Yay!
I had to take a mountain pass to the village, which was, in a word, perilous. Of course, I refer not to the countless monsters and bandits, whom I took down with ease.
Hell yeah!
It was the tall steps and great boulders, insurmountable obstacles for a Harvan.
I mean, a boulder's pretty bad for a human-sized person, too. Depending on the boulder, maybe probably a draft, too.
I was forced to return to the foothills where, through Lady Sierra Carte, I sent out a dispatch for help.
That's how you end up teaming up with her? Wow.
That was how I met the captain and crew of the Grand Cipher.
Okay.
With their aid, I reached the village without further incident, only to have my dreams utterly crushed.
It sounds kind of anticlimactic that, she just needs an airship ride to get where she needs to go, so the crew shows up. Here you go. I assume there's something more involved in the mobile game, but...
It turned out that this magic tonic was merely your average growth stimulant, designed to help a budding youth blossom to a seemly height. It could do little for a woman like me, already in the prime of her life.
That sounds even a little shady. That's not a real thing, is it? I don't know. In Japanese, media, women are always drinking milk because it's supposed to help with the size of your boobs, I guess. I don't know if that makes any sense either, but I've seen that trope in anime. So, but that's not what this magic tonic is, I don't think. And also, it's height, not chest size.
Thus, all my best efforts were dashed to foam. For the first and only time in my life, I cursed fate for cutting me out of so short a cloth.
Oh no.
However, it was within the depths of despair that I would find new hope.
Hey, the triumphant music coming back.
The crew of the Grand Cipher was bound for Estalucia, which is said to be an island of miracles.
Oh no, come on, no, hold on, no. It can't be that her entire quest, her whole motivation for being on our crew is that she wants to make a wish to be tall.
Could not some power there give me what I seek? With newfound resolve, I was determined to accompany the captain to the end of the skies. Needless to say, it pained me to take leave of the Lumiel Order. I still remember the look of surprise on former Officer Bautorda's face when I told him of my resolution. But in the end, he expressed his admiration for me and my quest to become the very figure of virtue.
Well, that's kind of nice.
Lady Bridget and Lady Cordelia also gave me their blessings. Oh, there are no words to express how grateful I am to my kind comrades. I dream of the day I can return to them with my head held high, and its crown measuring many feet taller. Being, at long last, in both body and spirit, the captain they deserve. Such are my thoughts as I peer out over the railings of the Grand Cipher onto boundless, majestic skies.
Okay, it was kind of phrased a little bit better, her quest to be taller, but ultimately that sounds really dumb. I am so sorry, Charlotta fans, but it doesn't sound like I would be very impressed by the story, how you pick her up in the mobile game. Oh man, I was hoping she's like questing to defeat evil or something. Oh man. Ah well. Wow, you really do need to progress to the main story. Well, that's fine with me. Like, this episode's running way long already, so like doing another crazy quest where I possibly have to fight another boss with a character I don't know how to play as would have been something. Man, the Eugen thing went so fast, remember his quest? Like, this is kind of nutty. And the Rackam one too. It's kind of nutty that like Vaseraga's was so huge. Ah well. Now then Ferry. We're once again going to be hearing, Christina V. It's going to be interesting to hear more narration from her, but a completely different voice. Oh, with Charlotta, I should also mention, like, the fighting game, if folks don't know, because she is she is like a playable character in the fighting game, and, short characters have a history of being very annoying because they're not properly sized for the, like, hurt boxes and hit boxes. They have a history of being very annoying in fighting games, like Yoda in Soul Calibur 4? Was 4 the one with the Star Wars guys? Is like particularly reviled, I know. So it's hilariously, her super tall crown is actually part of her hurt box, so that she is, despite her stature, tall enough to like count as a properly sized quote-unquote character in the fighting game. And I think that's really fun. It's a very fun solution, because obviously I'm sure when they were making the fighting game, they really had to scratch their heads. Like, they couldn't leave out, like, not just Charlotta, but surely they had to have, like, some Harvin represented in the game. Because, like, Harvins are one of the, main ancestries. They're, like, really, really central to the, setting. And so, representation had to probably be there. And I'm pretty sure Charlotta was already a massively popular character around the time that the fighting game was being developed. So also, like, it was probably clear that she would have to, rep, the Harvins at least. And fortunately, she's got a giant pointy crown, so, like, she actually kind of works. Love it. Now then, Ferry. Very interesting, because I don't really know anything about her. She just seems cool. And I definitely have seen, like, a clip of her in the fighting game, but I don't really remember at all what she's like. She seems neat. Let's see how. Okay, so we can get up to episode 3 with her, but we cannot do her, like, fighty mission yet either. Got it. That's fine with me. Let's learn about this character now.
I'm from Tremont Island, a quiet little place where I lived with my parents and sister.
Okay, well, now that I know that it's Cristina Valenzuela both times, I can now tell it, but, like, still, I'm pretty impressed by her range here.
Things were good, except my sister was suffering from a terrible condition. We couldn't treat her on Tremont, so she was forced to travel to another island, all on her own. Back then, skyfaring wasn't nearly the safe bet that it is today, so I wasn't sure if she'd even make it there, let alone receive treatment. I loved my sister more than anything, so waving bye to her as she took off toward an unknown future was the hardest thing I'd ever done. I hoped beyond all hope. I hoped till it hurt, that her cure would be swift, and she'd sail back to me with each setting sun. But the days, they grew into months. Sometime after she left, a brutal pandemic spread across Tremont,
crippling our population in a matter of days. I was shocked, watching the good people I'd known all my life pass away. But I was horrified when it claimed my parents.
Oh no!
And when it came for me, I knew death was waiting at the front door. What can I do? I thought, lungs heavy and weighing me to my bed. What could I do but turn to the skies and pray?
Well, we knew she was gonna die, so I suppose we knew this was gonna be heavy, but damn. And how does the sister feel? By her illness being a weird blessing, she dodges this plague? Wow. Really dark stuff, really. Wow.
Please, if you're listening, I want to hear my family. I want to hear their voices again. My pleas were answered, but not by salvation. No, it was Celeste, the primal beast of death, who descended from the heavens.
Really good platformer. Very highly recommended from me.
She stole death from the suffering islanders, preventing them from slipping into the afterlife. They became zombies, sentient and rotting.
That's not a very nice primal beast. Wow.
Unlike the others, my corporeal form faded away, leaving my spirit to haunt the land. This, at least, gave me a faint hope. If I was given an unlife, then perhaps my mother and father would be given the same gift. But the months, they grew into years, and it became clear that though Celeste held dominion over death, life was a more complicated matter. It was my wish that had brought unlife to Tremont. I was to blame for turning my hometown into a living cemetery.
Really?
If the villagers knew what I had done, well...
Interesting. Okay.
That's why I chose to haunt the manor on the outskirts of town.
Yeah, see, unlike the Charlotta story, this thing seems like a real 5-star story. This sounds like, oh my god, this is crazy. You know, playing the mobile game for this one.
Alone in those halls, with no one to talk to, I counted the days until I lost track of time. Solitude was better than guilt. Isolation was better than hearing my name used as a curse.
Yes, I was a little quick there to blame Celeste here. Like, interesting. It was a horrible slip of the tongue from Ferry that caused it, eh? Okay.
But with time, the silence ate away at my name, until even I forgot who I was.
Okie dokie. Now, presumably we're going to have a happy ending here, since they are saved by our crew and join the Grand Cypher team. Let's hope so. See where this goes. Are we going to have more? Okay, no, we're already here. Who are those two in the background? I don't recognize those.
It's true that there weren't people around the manor, but I did discover a few ghost animals floating about.
Yeah, this wacky team of weird little creatures.
They took a liking to me, probably because of our shared ghosthood, and I gave them cute names to show my affection. Beppo, Gigi, Fuji, and Nicola.
Yeah, they're pretty cute.
Before I knew it, my lonesome days became a little less gray, if not less repetitive. I watched so many tomorrows and yesterdays pass me by. I felt as stale and constant as the mists that covered the island.
Yeah.
That all changed when the crew came to my manor. They were a cheerful, lively group, but also straightforward and intimidating. It had been so long since I needed to interact with other people. I knew that if I made contact, I would have to acknowledge the real depth of my loneliness. So I ran.
Interesting. Oh, okay, spooky. That's funny, the ghost is running away.
So I ran again, and they followed once more. No matter where I fled, they found me, undeterred by my spectral form or my ghostly pets. Finally, I decided to ask them about their situation.
I'm gonna assume it's like, hey, who is that? We gotta figure out who that ghost is and what's the deal, but part of me is also like, hey, look, a ghost! We gotta beat it up and get EXP from that. You know?
Thanks to the mists, they explained, their airship was grounded on Tremont. Like me, like the other islanders. We were all prisoners of Celeste. So long as she still had a pact with the island, there would be no refuge from her fog. But, by the same token, her powers preserved the unlives of Tremont's people, myself included. If Celeste was brought down, we would fade with her.
Oh man, this story's getting even better and better. That'd be such a, like, moment of like, oh no. I mean, on the other hand, they're like, trapped. We gotta free them. But, like, this ghost who's forgotten her name seems pretty cool. It'd be so sad if she faded away, right? But, like, man. Whoa. What a hard choice. This seems such a good story.
It troubled me, but I knew it was a necessary course of action. I had only one thing to accomplish before confronting the primal beast of death.
And then Ferry herself is like, no, we gotta do this. I gotta say goodbye to this world.
I needed to come clean to the Islanders. It was time to make amends.
If there's zombies, I don't know if it really matters, right? They're just gonna be like, so. But what do I know?
Had it not been for the arrival of the captain and the crew, I would never have found the strength to make that decision. I marched straight to the village, took a deep breath, and explained to the people how I doomed everyone. But to my surprise, they looked upon me with sympathy and warmth.
So these are like at least partly sentient zombies then. I'm misreading the situation. They're just like cursed undead, Okay. Pirates of the Caribbean zombies, I guess. Alright. Aw, that's cute. That's so cute because, like, the village still had, like, trust in her. Like, they didn't blame her for the situation. I hope that's the story. That's really lovely. Aw, man, this is a real... Man. Look, I didn't hate the Charlotta story, but it just sounds so, like... okay, sure. Let's help you get tall. Okay. And this one is, like, actual, like, melodrama and, like, hard choices and, like... like, real pathos. Man, this is, like, so night and day. And her motivation is to find her sister, right?
With the support of the Islanders, I called Celeste once again. But she didn't appear, and the mist still covered the island.
Because the titles, I know she's out there. Her motivation is here to find her sister wherever she may be. Yeah, what a freaking... I'm so glad I picked Ferry for the team. This is so cool.
That's how I learned the truth. It wasn't only me who had crossed Celeste's fate with our own.
Oh, even more drama! Juicy!
The other culprit was the doctor who was traveling through our village, back when the pandemic first appeared. He was secretly conducting research to summon Celeste. We hurried to the place where he resided, but when we arrived, we found that his consciousness had already been swallowed by the primal beast of death, and he couldn't cough up any helpful information.
Okay, so now a proper zombie.
Despite the setback, I joined with the crew and the Islanders to find and defeat Celeste. The mists parted, and the island returned to its former state. Its residents began to pass into the great beyond, disappearing into light. Before long, everyone I'd known had been lifted into the bright sky, leaving behind only their memories. I closed my eyes and waited for my final moments. But no matter how long I waited, I never began to fade.
Oh, so hold on. They kind of glossed over the fighting Celeste part. I guess they beat Celeste then? That's where we are now in the story, I guess?
Left behind. Yet again.
Yeah, sorry. This is like a really dramatic moment, but I'm like, oh wait, no, well, we got already past that part. Okay, got it. No.
I stared out at the village, devoid of residents.
I wonder why she was left behind then, huh?
I was alone, but I could accept that. At any rate, the nameless ghost was no more, because a strange man gave me an oddly familiar name.
Huh.
So long as I had that name, and my memories with the crew, I could wait decades, maybe even centuries, for my sister to return. I think the captain, however, couldn't bear leaving me to such a hollow fate, and invited me to the crew. But how could I leave the island?
You gotta find your sister!
I knew that my little sister would come back to me. Even though we were no more than graves and warm thoughts, this is where her family was laid to rest. If she came back and no one was waiting, wouldn't she be sad? That's why I knew I had to stay.
You have to be proactive, you dingus!
But the captain wouldn't hear of it. If I was worried about my sister, I should go look for her. It was a new chance.
You already spent, like, decades or something, I don't know how long, waiting, so...
I had never been off my island. I had never even considered the option. But I knew I could. I just needed to find the courage. And that's how I set out on a journey with the crew. Somewhere, out there in that big blue sky, my sister is waiting for me.
Oh man, what a 10 out of 10 character. Dude. Freaking Dice is lucked out this time. I don't know, maybe Narmaya's super cool too. I don't want to discount anything, but like right now I'm like, wow, this is so cool. Now then, basically this is all prologue since this is the backstory. Backstory is done. What kind of plot does Ferry embroil herself into? Now that we are past the backstory and now in the present day. Also, do you think she's called Ferry? She got named by the strange man Ferry. Does she like somehow help ferry the dead? Do you think that's the connection there? Karen, River Styx kind of thing? Maybe? I might be overthinking it, but Ferry's a good name. I like it. So, how's it going now for our ghostly compatriot? Ooh, this looks like another story with no
I was out shopping in Seed Hollow Central
other
Plaza
party members.
when I saw a woman with kind eyes sitting on a bench. She was absorbed in her needlepoint. Your embroidery is beautiful.
Oh, aren't you a dear? Thank you.
Her smile was genuine and cozy, just like the blanket she was working on. She told me it was a present for her beloved.
I guess all these character stories have been kind of like really zeroed in on just that character now that I think about it. It was the same with Rackam and Eugen. But like Djeeta's story did have like Yo pop up there. Like I feel like there were other characters in her story, so it doesn't seem impossible to have other party members pop up. I would really appreciate some of them popping up in these stories at some point,
I've never seen anyone so outside before.
I realize these are supposed to be like really personal stories, these Fate episodes, so I guess I can't complain too much. But since this seems to be the only chance to get like some real storytelling for all the side characters, that's why I would like some interaction here.
She giggled. Really? I'm hoping some of this cheerful sunlight works its way into the fiber.
Huh, that's a weird disconnect between the line and text. Wow.
Her name was Malfira, and she invited me to have a seat beside her. Admittedly, the weather was beautiful, the kind that made you appreciate being alive. Or, well, unalive. There was a long, thin trail of white dividing the sky, the aftermath of an unfortunate cloud that had been pierced by a wayfaring airship. How fragile those clouds. How fragile our journeys. I glanced back at Malfira, who looked to be making diligent progress. A familiar memory crept to mind, of a time when I begged my mother to sew new stuffed animals for me and my sister.
Oh, she's getting memories back of her time. Okay. I suppose her memories of her family are even stronger than of herself. She probably remembered them all the whole time, yeah?
The nostalgia was comfortable, welcomed even. But I was brought back to the present when I heard a troubled sigh from beside me.
Huh. Unfortunately, that cliffhanger is going to have to wait who knows how long. That's too bad. I would have loved a little bit more on that front, but okay. Cool. Hey, that was really cool. I really like these. The only one, well, even that I did like, the Vaseraga, mission, but it got a little crazy, so I was a little bit like, stop! When, the freaking other boss fight kicked in. Oh, that was a little nutty. Now how do I... How do I make sure that I... Do I have those items like every fight? I don't remember how you set up those fast use items. Maybe I don't remember if get a certain amount per mission, so I don't need to actually worry about this. We'll just get restocked on them, like resting at a bonfire, if you would. Oh, we got a champion merit. Oh, I could actually up a weapon then, I guess. I'll have to look into that. That's for next episode. But yeah, this was cool. Next time we're going to be doing those quests here with Charlotta and Ferry. I'm going to see if I can figure out where to do the practice thing. Customize character. Ooh. Oh, I can't do that. Okay. I hope there is like a way to like practice with the characters. Like, I would really love to do that, you know? Maybe over here, can we do that?
Need something? This one?
I don't think we can do it here, no. I'll have to think about it. We'll see how it goes. It might be we have to go to the ship to get that, but you know what? This is something I can spoil for myself, so I'm just gonna look that up between episodes, how to do that. That's the easiest answer. Yeah. But yeah, it's been a pleasure. Next time, all of that. Look forward to it, folks. Oh, he was just doing some kind of edgelord pose. Hold on. Come on now. Oh, Vern is hanging out there in the background. Yeah. Come on, Vaseraga. I saw you were about to do it. You were about to... Oh, no, he was like clenching his fist all like, you know, edgily. Dang it. Ah, well.
I see you have need for a great warrior.
What level are these two? Level 20. Okay, that's gonna be a good grind with the missions then. There she is. Very cute. I kind of want to see her idle animation now. We'll end it there. Not so interested in Ferry right now. Now that I can wait for another day. Come on. I'd love to see the animation right about now. I love the little floofy wind detail. That's cool. Alright. That was pretty cute. I like it. Yeah, so, this action next time. See you then, folks. Bye!